Hello, good morning. It's been a morning. I woke up early and, late for me actually. I think it was 5:30, but it felt good to sleep. And here I am with my bed head and morning eyes and puffy crying eyes. I said to a friend that I've been learning to cry again. I put up a shield when I was little of strength to get myself through some tough times. And I've been learning to take that shield down, and it feels so good. I'd say, I don't know, maybe in 2011, I was getting so much better at taking the shield down. And so here I am taking down the shield. Divorce. It's a big, vulnerable topic. And it feels incredibly vulnerable to be here, puffy eyes and all, and 46-year-old skin and sunspots and my old hands that I love and this gratitude I have for life to show up here and talk in this community here about divorce. It's a reality that I never thought I would be a part of. My egotistical younger self said, absolutely not. That's not for you. It might be for some, and you'll make it work no matter what. Right? And it's so Murphy's Law of the universe to remind me that I'm also human and infallible. And so if you win, you get the time, or if you have the desire, go to my Instagram and see the live I posted this morning. I'll keep it up indefinitely. It was envisioned very differently than it came out. I had something in my mind, and then I just let it flow. And it was beautiful and vulnerable and lots of tears and lots of reality around divorce for me and just truth. I was able to open my throat chakra and open my heart and speak my truth around the divorce that's been plaguing my mind. And it's Vata season right now, so my mind has been overactive. My friend Elise, amazing artist, she's on my shirt. She owns Quetzal, one of my favorite artists on the planet Earth. She's amazing. She was talking about overthinking, and then another friend of mine, Shakti, another favorite human, was talking about Vata season the other day. And it is Vata season. We overthink things sometimes during Vata season, and our thoughts sometimes have trouble turning off when we're trying to sleep. And think of fall, the air, the leaves are falling. Vata is wind and air energy, and Vata means air and movement, and it's not all negative, right? The leaves fall to expose the trees to protect the ground, and the trees are bare and burying themselves in the cold of winter. It gets darker in the winters, so we go into our shadow work. It's just this beautiful progression. But during Vata season, it's good to think a lot. And don't shame yourself for that, because we have this idea that we need to all be meditative, floating in what is it? Cross-legged position like a Buddha and all of these things, these shameful shoulds, coulds. But the truth is we have seasons. And right now we're in the season of thinking, getting through our thoughts and processing things. And remember, it's beautiful that we have this mind, and that we can learn how to train it through meditation, and that we can ground and remember that in Vata season, the reason potatoes and pumpkins and root vegetables are so important is because they solidify us, they ground us. And around this idea of divorce and vulnerability that have been coming up, and humility, all of these swirling thoughts around all of this have come down to this grounded moment in my heart and soul that says, this is it. This is what we're meant for. We're meant to connect. We're meant to be here for each other, connecting. We're meant to be in love with the highest self within our heart. Be in love and be vulnerable with the toughest parts of our spirit and our mind and our body. And to be in love with the journey, the ups and the downs. And to also be in love with the emotions and everything we're feeling. To feel it all, to be okay with the sadness, to be okay with the anxiety, and to feel them completely and then move through them, okay? Like, that is so freaking important. The laughter, the joy, the happiness, the excitement, the FOMO, the fear, the lack, the abundance, the everything. We're here to feel it all and to fall in love with this process and know and fall in love with the idea that we are humans, that I am getting sunspots, that I love the 46-year-old me. I love the transition out of being in the thriving years of reproduction and making children and moving into this new stage and being in love with the stage that you're in now. You may be in your 20s, you may be deciding to start relationship, you may be getting, in your teen years and thinking about college, or 8 years old and thinking about painting and drawing and singing and dancing. And you may be in all of those stages, like intermingling and remembering all of those, nostalgia. So here I am right now, where I'm at is in this divorce mindset of I've been divorced 3.5 years and releasing any and all shame I can around it, and accepting and loving my ex and our situation, and accepting and loving my children and their journey, and accepting and loving myself first and foremost and my journey. So here I am. My eyes are much drier than they were a little bit ago when I posted that Instagram live. I processed a lot of emotion in front of camera, which I wasn't planning, but it's being an example of what I've been teaching. I've been teaching vulnerability. I've been teaching people to be open and loving and caring. And how else to teach but to do? Yeah. Do it. Be what you want to see in the world. As cheesy as some people might find that quote to be the change. Be what you want to see in the world. I am a divorced woman who loves my ex-husband because I know that he's on his journey and I'm on mine. And he has his and I have mine. And my children have their journey. And we all have our way of processing things. So get out there and live and feel all the emotions, and remember to find the laughter and the lightness and the joy. I do it daily. I'm so grateful for my kids for bringing out that joy and laughter and excitement in my life, and remembering me to have fun and go to concerts. My daughter was just texting me, I want to go to this concert. And I'm like, yes, let's make it happen. So let's do that, be that, and attract in what you want by being what you want in this world. Being vulnerable, feeling your feelings, being happy, laughing with your friends, being confused and frustrated and angry and anxiety filled. Any of the things that flood into you, be those things. And connect with the people in your community and be vulnerable with them so that they know that you're not perfect and you know that they're not perfect. And hey, why don't we all just be vulnerable with each other so we can know? And that depression and suicide and mental health issues become more a part of the conversation, and they have been. Thank God. Thank God. Thank goodness. We're opening to that so that there can be less suicide. Because honestly, there's so many souls that had they had the platform to be more vulnerable may still be with us, and we can have no regrets. We just can move forward from this moment and walk into the world with joy. And I'll tell you this, like, I've never thought of myself as someone possibly even close to able to being suicidal. And then a day came where I had these thoughts of like, oh my gosh, if I didn't have children, I might not want to be here. And that gave me just such an infinite perspective of connection to all people that have like thought about and have talked to me about and have opened up to me about like wanting that, and me being baffled, like, oh, how could someone want that? And then to have that glimpse into that possibility. You know, I'm not I'm not currently, so you don't have to worry about me. But I had like a morning where that thought went through my mind, and it was scary, and it was brief, and I felt it. But it gave me really beautiful perspective and ability to connect with more deeply with that possibility being a reality in so many others. All right, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Sat Nam, you are truth. What you think and what you speak become your manifestations. So choose them wisely. I love you. Sat Nam.